You kick her off there, bud.
Welcome to Season 3 of the Florence BobCAST. I'm your host, Mason Gummin, and joining me is my co-host,
Brock Taff.
And this is Season 3, Episode 1, October 2021, and we are excited to be back and bring you another season of the podcast, keeping you in the loop about what's going on in the school district of Florence County. The school year has been off to a great start. Students were welcomed back on Wednesday, September 1st at the middle and high school, while elementary students had their first day on Thursday, September 2nd.
The Florence Booster Club is looking for volunteers for the middle school girls basketball games. Please contact one of the Booster Club members or visit district's Facebook page for the sign-up link.
If you are looking for updated COVID-19 protocols, you can find them on our website, myflorence.org. Just click the COVID-19 tab, and the first link on the page is the most up-to-date information.
There are quite a few new staff members at the school district for this year, and we wanted to take an opportunity to welcome them to Florence.
Sandra Darrell is our new Title I coordinator and reading specialist at the elementary school.
Kelly Ellis, pre-K through 12th grade art teacher.
Bonnie Gajewski is our new business education and middle school computers teacher.
Rochelle Yakum, special educations teacher.
Bree Knox is our new elementary music teacher and 5th and 6th grade band teacher.
Michelle Malmquist, who previously taught at Florence, has returned as a new English language arts teacher.
Vanessa McLean is our new 6th grade teacher.
Brad Perry, who many know as the girls varsity basketball coach, has been hired as a new physical education teacher.
Andy Richard, a graduate of Florence, has returned to teach the tech ed classes.
And our new superintendent, Mr. Karl Morrin, who you will meet later in the podcast.
This year, the elementary school has debuted various clubs for the students to take part in during the school day 2 times per week. We took some time to talk with elementary school principal, Mrs. Vanessa Schimmelpfenning, about the clubs and how it is helping students grow their knowledge in a different way. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Can you explain the premise of the elementary school clubs?
So over the summer, each upper elementary teacher, along with 4 specialty area teachers, got to make up a club. And then on the first day of school, the students in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade got to rank the clubs that they were most interested in attending. On Tuesdays and Thursdays is when clubs happen, and it's right after lunch for 30 minutes. And the students are mixed up in no more than 9 per teacher. And then each quarter, the students get a new club. So everyone will get their first choice club during the school year.
What are some of the different clubs that are available?
There are 10 different clubs, all with a unique name and logo. So the clubs range in interest areas from the arts to building. Some of the clubs are the First Act Drama Club, Sewing Sock Creatures Club, Logic Legion, and Mystery Microscopes.
How do you see this helping the students in the long term?
My hope is that the clubs will help all students learn in a new way and to keep them engaged in school. When students are engaged in school, their attendance is better. My hope is also that clubs will be something that's fun and will allow students to work on soft skills like collaboration, asking questions, following directions, and problem solving. Clubs build community by students seeing their peers and teachers in a new light through their interests. And I'm also hoping that students might find a new hobby that they can do at home or that they can apply their academic skills in a new way.
Have you received any feedback from students or staff so far?
Yeah, so far all the students that I've talked to really enjoy clubs. They ask, is it a club day? Staff are also seeming to enjoy clubs. There's this collaboration between clubs and really whole school support that I didn't expect to see, and it's been really nice. So for example, the Kindness Club have been doing staff shout-outs, and they did chalk drawings with positive messages for students as they walked in. The Sign Language Club is learning a song from music. And the newspaper club is actually collaborating with our Florence foodies on a food section for their newspaper. So I'm really excited by all of the creativity by the staffs and students and really making clubs a positive experience.
All right, this wraps up this interview. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
For the first time in almost 10 years, the school district of Florence County has a new superintendent. Mr. Karl Morrin was hired at the end of last year to replace the outgoing superintendent, Mr. Ben Niehaus. We sat down with Mr. Morin to get to know him a bit better and to hear his ideas and goals for our district.
All right, thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me, guys.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was raised in a military family. My dad went into the Army right out of high school, and he retired as a major. So when I was real little, we moved around a lot. We lived in Indianapolis and Nebraska and in Kansas. And then he moved our family back north to Washburn, Wisconsin, because both my parents are from Bayfield. I graduated from Washburn in '87. I went to UW Superior, got my bachelor's degree there in physical education and adaptive Phi-Ed. I did that in '95. During that time, I was very involved in coaching basketball. So I was an assistant coach for the men's program at St. Scholastica College for 3 years and then a year at UW Superior before I got my first teaching job in Leona, which was in 1995. After that, I taught for 9 years in Valders. I taught elementary Phi-Ed, taught 2 years in Chilton, and then I went into, I think in '06, I got my master's degree in education leadership down at Marian University in Fond du Lac, and in '08, I became a principal. And I worked for the Surrey School District for a while. I worked in Manawa for a little bit, and then worked for the Menominee Indian School District for about 7 years. Was the assistant superintendent there. And I've got 2 boys, Marshall and Jackson. Marshall's 22, and Jackson will be 21 next month. So I was very involved in athletics with them, because they were into it as much as I was. And that kind of brought me to my first superintendent job up here. So I've been living here since, I guess, Memorial Day weekend, and I just love it up here. It was a great move, and the school district's great, and the kids are great.
What made you decide to go to Florence?
I'll be honest with you. I'm a small town guy. Grew up in a small town, a lot like Florence is. I've worked in, Leona's a very small school. Valders and Chilton were kind of medium-sized schools, and they were good. I mean, I've got no problem there. And I was at, my boys both graduated from Ripon, which is a bigger district. I mean, there's like 550 kids in the high school. Could I run a district that big? You bet. But, when you have a bigger district, you deal with a lot of things. Like I said, I'm hands-on with the kids. I think you guys could attest that you probably see me a lot in the halls, and I walk around and I try to talk to kids, and the bigger school district you're at, you don't have that kind of touch with the students and that. So it's a good fit, and I'm a northern Wisconsin guy, and Florence filled a lot of boxes for me. It's a good school academically, it's a good school athletically. It's in the northern part of the state, which I love and which I'm from, so it's home to me.
What are you most excited about for this year?
Well, I would say the big thing is that we're in school. We're not virtual. We're trying to make sure that school is like a normal school year for you and the rest of the students. And right now we're doing pretty good. I'm excited that things are going well. Kids seem pretty excited about being here. I guess I'm just excited to see how kids grow throughout the year and enjoy that time with them. Seniors, this is their last year, and they've got a lot of experiences they're going through, and we've got a lot of things to still enjoy during the school year, and I just want to enjoy every bit of it.
Do you have any visions or goals in the district for the next couple of years?
I'd like to keep building off of what this school has established. I mean, we've got a great fab lab. We've got kids that are involved in that. We've got academically, we're a very sound school, and I want to make sure that we keep offering that for our students, and so they get a good education. I want people in the area to see what Florence has to offer. Maybe there's some families that don't live in the district, and we offer something that their kids aren't getting, and maybe they choose Florence instead. So I just want to see us grow and develop and keep the things that the district is proud of, and keep having those things grow. And I want to see our students be involved in in the band and in athletics and any other club. I mean, like I said, the Fab Lab. I mean, there's just you walk around in there and see what some of the kids are working on. It's pretty impressive. So the band is a small number, but you listen to them at the volleyball game and the football games, they sound great. It's good to be in a district where the kids are all involved in those things, and you just want to see those things keep flourishing. So that's my vision, is to make sure that stuff keeps going on at this district.
All right, we want to thank you for joining us today.
Anytime you want to visit, just let me know, and I'll be glad to stop onto your podcast and chat with you guys.
Homecoming is Friday, October 1st. The parade will begin at 5 p.m. and follow the usual route from Olive Avenue to Furnace Street to US 2 to Quinnipiac Street and back to Olive Avenue.
The football game versus Suring begins at 7 p.m. at Robert Landry Field.
There is an earlier release on Thursday, October 14th. Elementary students will be released at 12:15 p.m. and the middle and high school will be released at 12:30 p.m. This is also the same day as middle and high school parent-teacher conferences, which begins at 1 p.m.
A list of school events, including the full athletic schedule, can be found on our website, myflorence.org, or at our Facebook page. Just search Florence County School District.
That wraps it up for this month's episode of the Florence BobCAST. For more information about events at the school, please visit our website, myflorence.org, or the Florence County School District Facebook page. This episode was produced by Mr. Robert Knox. Our theme music is Dark Nights, Bright Lights by yours truly, Mason Gummin. This podcast was a production of the Florence High School Music Department. Tune in next month for the next episode of the Florence BobCAST. I'm your host, Mason Gummin.
I'm Brock Taff.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.